Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my podcast. In the distant future, human civilization has developed for over 20,000 years and expanded to every corner of the galaxy, forming a vast feudal interstellar empire ruled by many families loyal to House Corrino. About 10,000 years ago, a conflict between humans and artificial intelligence led to a great war known as the Butlerian Jihad. After the war, the victorious family renamed themselves Corrino and established the Corrino Empire. During this battle, Abulord Harkonnen was accused of cowardice for shutting down the weapons of the Allied fleet to save human slaves, and was exiled, sparking a nearly 10,000-year blood feud between House Harkonnen and House Atreides. A policy banning computers and other intelligent machines led to the emergence of navigators, who maintain a supersensory state by consuming large amounts of spice, replacing the function of ship computers, while human computers, Mentats, took over logical computation tasks. The central character of the story is Paul Atreides, the son of Duke Leto Atreides, and the future heir of House Atreides, ruling over planet Caladan. Paul's mother, Jessica, is a member of the secretive matriarchal organization Bene Gesserit, which has a significant influence in the Empire and promotes human evolution through selective breeding. They obtain superhuman abilities through genetic selection, physical and mental conditioning, and drug use, and can control reproduction. According to the Bene Gesserit breeding program, Jessica was supposed to have a daughter to marry Feyd-Rautha Harkonnen, nephew of Baron Vladimir Harkonnen, in hopes of producing a male Kwisatz Haderach, a blend of a Saint Mother, Mentat, and Navigator, who would end the feud between the two great families and ultimately control the Empire. However, Jessica, out of love for Duke Leto, decided to break the plan and gave birth to Paul, disrupting the Bene Gesserit's arrangements. Under the strict tutelage of Lady Jessica, Paul was not only trained to have extraordinary mental abilities, but also received training from Duke Leto's retainers, becoming an outstanding warrior. Due to a secret marriage between Emperor Shaddam Corrino IV and Bene Gesserit, 5 daughters were produced. Shaddam IV secretly hoped that his eldest daughter, Princess Irulan, would marry Leto, not only because he valued Leto's character and his popularity among the people, but also because Leto was an ideal candidate for the imperial throne, especially since the emperor had no direct male heir. Duke Leto Atreides, with the help of his military commanders, Swordmaster Duncan Idaho, Minstrel Gurney Halleck, and Mentat Thufir Hawat, built a strong army. It was said to be strong enough to challenge the emperor's elite troops, the Sardaukar, which worried Emperor Shaddam IV. Although Shaddam IV liked Leto privately, he still saw Leto as a potential threat and decided to remove this obstacle. The emperor cleverly used the deep hatred between the Atreides and Harkonnen families as a cover, ordering Duke Leto to leave his homeland, Caladan, which was to be managed by Count Hasamir Fenring, and to take over the desert planet Arrakis, previously ruled by the Harkonnen family. Duke Leto was fully aware that this change posed a great risk to his family, especially since Arrakis was the only source of spice in the universe. Spice was not only the most important commercial and trade resource in the universe, but also a basis for many essential technologies. As Duke Leto's influence in the Empire grew, it was widely believed that the Emperor's eldest daughter, Princess Irulan, might marry his son Paul. This was seen as Shaddam IV's indication of a peaceful succession to the imperial throne by the Atreides family after his death. Leto committed all his resources to this venture, and full support in a letter from the Emperor himself strengthened his resolve. Despite sensing the possibility of the Emperor's betrayal, Leto still saw Arrakis as an opportunity to prove himself in the Landsraad, thereby strengthening his power, an achievement the Harkonnen family never reached. The Landsraad, an organization established before the Butlerian Jihad, was managed by a supreme council and represented the collective interests of several great families. In Old Scandinavian, Landsraad means landowners' assembly. Its existence ensured that the great families could be protected from threats posed by the Empire and not be singled out and eliminated by the royal family. At the beginning of the story, the Atreides family moved from their homeland, Caladan, to Arrakis. 1 week before leaving, the Bene Gesserit sent a Reverend Mother to test Paul to assess if he could save their carefully planned breeding program. This test, called the Gom Jabbar test for humanity, required the test subject to place his hand in a small box. The reaction to pain would determine if he leaned more towards human or animal instincts. Animals react to extreme pain with extreme actions, such as striking back or harming themselves to escape. Humans, however, endure pain in a trap, waiting for the right moment to strike back and eliminate the threat. If Paul showed too strong animal instincts, the Reverend Mother would end his life quickly with a poison needle. Fortunately, Paul passed the test, proving he had the human reason and restraint valued by the Bene Gesserit. Meanwhile, Duke Leto Atreides revealed that Paul had been trained as a Mentat from a young age, hoping he would become a duke with Mentat wisdom in the future. Soon after arriving on Arrakis, they found that equipment left by the Harkonnen family was deliberately sabotaged, and the staff had been dismissed, leading to a sharp decline in the production and supply of spice. This situation was bound to upset all the major families and powers. In the process of consolidating rule over Arrakis, Duke Leto quickly won the hearts of the people of Arrakis with his personal charm. His fairness and political wisdom gained him supporters from Fremen to nobles across Arakan society. There were also rumors that Paul was the prophesied Lisan al-Gaib, a title from the 14th century legendary Persian poet Fiz, meaning the unseen tongue or the voice of destiny. In Fremen culture, Lisan al-Gaib referred to a prophet from another planet who was foretold to bring water to the desert planet. The long-term missionary work of the Bene Gesserit made the Fremen believe that a male savior would eventually come to Arrakis, turning it into a more habitable world. However, just as Leto's rule was beginning to stabilize, the Emperor approved Vladimir Harkonnen's plan to invade and destroy the Atreides family, even sending the Imperial elite troops, the Sardaukar, to assist the Baron's forces. This sudden attack was stronger and faster than Duke Leto had anticipated. Inside Arrakis, Dr. Wellington Yue was placed as a spy, and Vladimir Harkonnen forced Yue to obey his commands by endlessly torturing his wife, Juana Marcus. Dr. Yue, a graduate of Suk Medical School, serves as the medic for the Atreides family. He wears a silver ring symbolizing Suk Medical School and has an imperial black diamond mark on his forehead. This mark shows he has undergone advanced training and vowed never to take any life or break his oath. It is this Suk symbol that gave Duke Leto Atreides unconditional trust in him, making him a potential inside agent for Vladimir Harkonnen. Harkonnen's Mentat, Peter de Vries, devised a strategy that successfully circumvented Yue's oath. During the siege of Arrakeen, the Atreides family was betrayed by Yue, who sabotaged the palace's shield system, allowing the Sardaukar troops disguised in Harkonnen uniforms to successfully land and launch a devastating attack on the Atreides family. Yue used a poisoned dart to attack Duke Leto Atreides and took him prisoner in exchange for the freedom of his wife, who was kidnapped by the Harkonnens. However, he equipped Duke Leto with a fake tooth filled with poison gas, giving him a chance to assassinate Vladimir Harkonnen before dying. After handing over Duke Leto Atreides, Yua was killed. When Duke Leto awoke, he tried to release the poison gas, hoping to die together with Harkonnen and his Mentat, Peter. However, Vladimir Harkonnen escaped into a hidden emergency shelter and closed the door, narrowly surviving. Without their leader, the Atreides forces quickly fell into disarray under the fierce attack, with only a few remnants managing to escape. Paul and his mother Jessica fled deep into the desert, where they were widely believed to have perished. In the desert, they met the Fremen and eventually joined them. During this time, Paul met his future wife, Chani Kynes, who had often appeared in his dreams. Paul, who has strong precognitive abilities, had been able to foresee the future in his dreams since he was a child, and these visions were often reported by his mother Jessica to the Bene Gesserit. Paul's precognitive abilities were enhanced by inhaling spice after arriving on Arrakis. Under the extreme conditions of the desert, he consumed more spice, which enhanced some of his abilities. Through these abilities, he confirmed his mother Jessica's identity. She was the illegitimate daughter of Baron Vladimir Harkonnen and Tanidia Nerus, and part of the Bene Gesserit breeding program. The native Fremen of Arrakis are descendants of the Zen Sunni wanderers. Zen Sunni is a religious belief system that originated from Earth's Sunni Islam and was influenced by Zen Buddhism. Zen Sunni has spread various civilizations throughout the known universe, especially among marginalized and enslaved peoples. All right, that's it for today's podcast. Thank you for watching. Please like the video and subscribe if you're new here. See you in the next episode.